what are my thoughts on the game? Have you ever had that moment whereby you're going to play a team that you've been winning against and you're not so confident that you can win against them? This is the time. Manchester United, I know it's not even a math when you won against them, but I feel like this time around we may not win against them for sure. Like looking on paper, like Manchester United right now is a better team than Arsenal. They have a new manager. They have the attitude these days. They play to win, and they are confident. Playing against a Manchester United side that we won with only corners feels scary to me right now. I feel so scared, and I actually don't know whether we can win in the FA on Sunday. I don't know whether it's only me that feels that way, but I kind of feel like we're not ready for the match. Without Saka, I feel like we aren't ready for this. I know, Arsenal. I know Arsenal has good players, but what I don't trust about Arsenal is that these players never show up. These players never show up. Apart from Saka and maybe Odegaard, Saliba, and Gabriel, the other players sometimes don't show up. And even Timber. Timber is a good player. The other player that would be showing up is Thomas Partey, but I don't know how he's used. The manager confuses Thomas Partey to an extent that Partey doesn't know his role in the team anymore. Whether he's supposed to be a back or he's supposed to be a centre mid. Actually, I really don't know what we're going to do against Manchester United. Because for sure, like, I've never been scared of Arsenal playing any team like I am today. I know I overreacted and I was like, Arteta out. But for sure, if Arteta does not win against Manchester United, then we should be talking about replacing him. It's 10 days right now in the January transfer. We haven't had any rumors of any player that Arteta is planning to buy. I don't know whether it's just me scared or it's everyone. You cannot tell me that we're going to play against Manchester United that has Ahmad showing up for them, has Bruno Fernandes showing up these days. It has Alejandro Garnacho playing, and we have players like Martinelli who can't score one-on-one. We have players like Declan Rice who cannot create a chance, and yet they play like 8. I really don't know. How do you feel? Write in the comment section and tell me. Do you feel like Arsenal can win against Manchester United? For the last 3-4 years, I've always been confident that Arsenal will win against Manchester United. But this time around, I feel so scared. I don't know whether it is just because Saka is away, but the team looks so demotivated. The team looks so demotivated. And I feel like I don't know who to blame anymore. Whether it is Arteta, whether it is the players, I really don't know. I really don't know why. I really don't know why Arsenal is performing so poorly. Without Saka, I saw in the last match, Arteta was so confused that he even used Kai Havertz as a winger, whereby he was the tallest of the strikers. Gabriel Jesus could play the Saka number very well, but Arteta decided to play Kai Havertz in that role. And I was wondering, every crosses that were being put in the box, was Gabriel Jesus supposed to jump and head in the balls, or someone committed the speak Spanish? I really don't know about. I really don't know Spanish. I don't know, is Arteta ready for this match like this? The fans are ready. If we don't, what does it mean to lose against Manchester United this season? We have already lost the first leg against Newcastle. And right now, we're going to play a Manchester United side that looks a bit more organized than Arsenal right now. Arsenal has players that stop caring about winning trophies. There are rumors that Trossard refused to sign a new contract. And how are you going to tell me that this is a player you're going to bring into a match to win a trophy, to proceed into the next level of a trophy? You have Declan Rice. I don't know. I know people will blame me for talking about Declan Rice. But Declan Rice on the Newcastle game sold the entire Arsenal. No doubt about that. Declan Rice was supposed to create chances. And I don't know why he played the almost 90 minutes. Yet you had a player like you had a player like Merino who could at least try. You would have brought him in because Declan Rice was playing trash. And if we play this trash against Manchester United, we are losing and we are going to be out of the FA Cup. William Saliba was the best player in that match, but again he was given a lot to do. I don't know why we didn't play Calafiori, but if you're playing against Manchester United, play a player like Calafiori to give you that strength in your back. I know he has been off form and he has been performing poorly in the last games he has played. But play Calafiori. I know Luis Kelly is a good player. Bring him in like in the 70th minute. I don't care to play against Amad Diallo. But please, this time around, play Calafiori. Don't play Partey in the defense. Please. Arteta, we know you try so hard to be creative, but stop being creative in things that are obvious. Don't play Thomas Partey in the defense. Play him where he's supposed to play, that's in the midfield. The other thing is, I don't know whether, okay, I'm just thinking out loud. Start playing long balls to Martinelli. This guy is a good runner. This guy can run the entire field 7 times and he's not getting tired. Play him long balls, let him run against, let him race with the Manchester United defense. I don't know why Arteta has that dogma of feeling like he doesn't want to follow what fans say. I know you're a young manager, but listen to fans also. Listen to what they say. You've been playing against Premiership teams, and these Premiership teams have realized that you don't shoot outside the box. So what they do, they just go and park the bus, and they know you will try to pass through them. You don't have a player that can dribble like Vinicius at the moment to go through all the 11 players and score. Please shoot from outside. The advantages of shooting are you might get a handball which could lead into a penalty. You can balls may bounce off players and go in, but no one shoots at Arsenal, and it has been a problem that the Arteta team has been having. Look back at the invisible team. Thierry Henry used to shoot. Dennis Bergkamp used to shoot. Even before the Invisibles, Ian Wright used to shoot. But who shoots at Arsenal? If it is not Saka, who cuts in and shoots in that angle that he normally scores from, no one shoots these days. Odegaard used to shoot. I don't know whether Arteta told him to stop, but no one no longer shoots. No one shoots. You have the ball most of the times. You don't shoot. How do you expect to win? If you're not practicing on shooting, just know you're losing the next matches. Because trust me, just because the Arsenal players don't practice shooting, that's why even Martinelli was just at a distance with the goalkeeper, and he failed to shoot into the net against Newcastle, and that goal would have meant a lot to the Arsenal performance that day. But we decided to inherit demon of telling us don't shoot before you reach the final third. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Practice shooting. That's how you're going to win matches. Look at Liverpool. Where do they score from? You have players that have pace, like Martinelli. You don't use them. You have players like Kai Havertz that can run. You don't give them long balls. You don't. Odegaard. I feel like in this transfer window, I know Paqueta is getting a little old, but bring in Paqueta for God's sake. I know he's very cheap at the moment, but bring him in to supplement Odegaard's creativity. Bring in Rafael Leao to help on Martinelli and Trossard. I know Arsenal is concentrating on Nico Williams, but this guy is going to post something like 100 plus millions. Why don't you bring Rafael Leao that is not being looked at so much? And he's a very good player. You want a striker? Vlahovic is available. Go buy him. I don't know why Arteta has that ego that when I point at you and you don't respond, the next time I will never point at you. You pointed at this guy. He went to Juventus. He realized it's not working at Juventus. Go bring him into the team. He's a very good striker. You know it, and you can admit that he's a good striker. He's tall, just like the profiles that you normally pick. Right now, I haven't had any here we go at Arsenal. And the only thing that I saw that was just confusing and so sad is that Marquinhos came back while Saka got an injury, and Marquinhos has been loaned out again. What is Arteta trying to do? When we start saying Arteta out, you will blame us for not for chasing a man that has transformed the team. Yes, he can transform the team. If he can't get us trophies, he's better. We better have him off. Do you know how many years we have spent without a Carabao Cup? Something like 31 or more than that. 21 without a title, Premier League title. I know FA we have been taking the FAs, but it's almost 6 years without the FA trophy. And how do you tell me that I should keep on trusting Arteta to get us into 10 years without taking any trophy? We are 6 points behind Liverpool, which has a match in hand against Everton. And we have the same points with Nottingham Forest. That I don't think Nottingham Forest is ready to give up the fight. Nottingham Forest will chase us. Chelsea is chasing us. Man City is chasing us. And you tell me, trust in the process. You created a process, made the fans to believe that the process works. But the process is not giving out any yields. Buy players that fans want. At least we will say that you bought a player that the fans wanted and the player did not perform. Now, I don't know. You brought in Willian. Willian did trash. You brought in this other guy. This other guy that was loaned to Nottingham Forest. Played trash. I don't know how many players have we bought, and you brought in Marquinhos that you don't even use, that is being loaned every now and then. You brought in a goalkeeper that you've never used. Goalkeeper. I don't know what Neto even thinks. You buy a keeper halfway the season. He has never even been in the goalpost for 3 minutes or 1 minute. And you want us to believe that when you're making choices, you make the right choices. What fans tell you is the wrong choices. You're buying players that turn out to be bad. The only player that you ever bought and is worthy right now is Captain Odegaard. He's a good player. He has played and he has proved that he's a good player. Declan Rice was good for 1 season. I don't know whether he's getting tired of playing for Arsenal. I don't know whether he thinks that people are no longer looking at him, and that's why he plays trash. I really don't know. What does Arteta think? I don't know. You know, sometimes you look at a coach that wants to win trophies, and and you look at his approach and you're impressed. But this time, I don't think there is an Arsenal fan that is impressed with how we are doing in the season. How we lost to Newcastle, how we are replacing players with players that don't have the heart to play for Arsenal. I know so many will come and complain that players that we have play for Arsenal with their heart. You can't tell me that when Saka is injured, we have less than 5 goals after his injury. How did it come to this? Last season, after the first half of the season, in the first 5 matches, we scored around 36 goals in the first 5 matches, and everyone was scoring. But right now, you look at the team and you say who is going to score, and you don't know. You made Sir Havertz make score, but Havertz is played in a number that doesn't give him an opportunity to score. You have Odegaard, you say maybe Odegaard might score. Odegaard doesn't shoot, and where Odegaard doesn't score at tap-ins, but he prefers not to shoot, and all his goals are from shooting. I know this is hard, but we need to start looking at Arteta with not soft hands. We need to put him back to the pressure. Maybe he's used to working under pressure. You have not won us trophies. You don't plan to win us trophies. We should put you under pressure so that you start performing again. Your players are playing trash. Declan Rice is playing trash. Mikel Merino doesn't play very well. Saliba is the only best player that I can mention, and Magalhaes is not back on form. He's being marked by about 7 people whenever there is a corner. Create another person that can head in corners, because everyone looks at Magalhaes. If Magalhaes doesn't score a corner, no one will score. Calafiori has performances that are up and down. We don't know what to expect from him anymore. Timber has injuries every now and then. Thomas Partey is played in wrong positions every time. Martinelli should start practicing on how to shoot, and he should be given long balls to run after them and try scoring. Trossard, I don't know. His strength is scoring, but he looks so uninterested in Arsenal anymore. I don't know whether it's me being so hard on these players, but I don't know. Kai Havertz is just from an injury. He needs someone to back him up on scoring. Jesus is not good. Jesus could have been good in the quarterfinals, but he's not good enough to play for Arsenal. He's not good enough. I know he's a very good player. He has had injuries, but his mentality these days sucks. You don't tell me that one thing that you think of is just falling down. Every time he gets the ball and he's near the box, he wants to dribble, and he ends up getting a small foul that is never given by the referee, and that looks to be like his only tactic. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't fight anymore for the ball. Gabriel Jesus was a good player, but he's no longer that good player that we bought. For Arteta, I don't know what even to say. Arteta has no new skills that people haven't seen yet. And by saying that, I don't want him to create newer stupid skills. I want him to improve on what he looks, what he sees. I don't know. This season we've been called like a team that scores from the corners, and the corners are no longer helping us. Can you get a strategy of scoring goals? I know the Arsenal system is known for passing, but if things don't work, play long balls, shoot to score. Let let's see a match whereby you have 30 shots on target and we see how many want go inside. But you leave a match whereby you have 10 shots off target, 2, 3 on target. What kind of tactic is that? You want goals but you don't shoot. That's bogus. Anyway, that's